um, mute, if possible, your computer or your phone if you are dialed in, at least for the first portion of the presentation. Make it a little bit easier for Kyle and I to speak. But what we will do is open it up for question and answer and kind of go around the horn and chat with everybody at the end of the presentation today. But I want to just say thanks for everybody for joining us today and jumping on and learning about financial services careers and what we here at ExamFX and Colonial Life have to share with you today. So thanks for your time and really appreciate Chuck and Heather for setting this up for us with Delta Sigma and for you guys through your chapters. So for those of you who weren't on at the beginning, my name is Laramie McClurg. I'm with ExamFX. I work with Delta Sigma on our partnership to provide information to you guys about our programs and our licensing programs. On the call here with me from Colonial Life is Kyle Ritter. Kyle will be talking a little bit about the recruitment and opportunities at Colonial Life and their organization as well today. So we're going to try to keep it to 15 to 20 minutes and open it up for question and answer for anybody that wants to dive in a little bit deeper. I will talk a little bit about, again, the different careers in the licensing process, both as it pertains to insurance careers and some of the securities licensing courses that we have and the careers that are associated with that. I want to talk spend a little bit more time talking about the SIE course. It's the new program that's a prerequisite for a lot of things in the financial services industry. A little bit about our courses, kind of how our online learning courses and programs work. Some of the courses study packages and programs and features. And then, of course, kick it over to Kyle with Colonial Life to talk a little bit about what they have going on, and then open it up for question and answer. So uh, as we think about the career paths that you might be considering as you look into or forward to your potential careers, what is required with regards to the licensing and education. So, there's different requirements for insurance agents, insurance agency owners, financial advisors, investment bankers, stockbrokers, day traders, all need some type of licensing and requirement. Um, if you look at, the succession, and I will preface this slide by saying that this is sort of a generalization. So every organization kind of has a little bit, may have a little slight deviation to this defined outline. But in general, when you're going into an insurance organization to become an agent or an insurance agent owner, you're typically going to get your insurance licensing first. So life and health, property and casualty, those would typically be what would line up first within the priorities of getting licensed on the insurance side. And then if you are going to sell financial services products, mutual funds, annuities, some of those things, you might be required to get your securities license with a variable rep. So SIE 663 would typically be the path that you would follow with your FINRA securities licensing to sell within the insurance industry. If you move over to the right on the financial advisor side, so if you're going to get registered with a broker dealer, work for some of the bigger financial services firms, you're typically going to start with your securities licensing. So the SIE program is the prerequisite to getting your Series 6 or your Series 7, your rep level course, and then moving on to take your Series 63 or 66. So 63 is the uniform state law exam, so you're required to have that within your state to be able to buy, sell, trade, and then the 66 would be kind of the top off program there. And then some financial services broker dealers, they are working within that industry. They do life and health as well. So they might require you to go back and get your insurance as a part of your licensing process. On the far right, it's a smaller group, but investment bankers, stocks, option traders, they typically will be required to get their Series 7, which would be that general securities rep. And then your Series 79 would be more the investment banking representative. But as you can see, kind of a key component, if you're going to be selling specific financial services products that require FINRA licensing, is the new SIE component, Securities Industries Essentials program. Obviously, on the insurance side, life and health is typically the staple there, as well as property and casualty for most insurance agents as well. And I can share this slide deck with anybody who might want to see it afterwards, but that's in general, and we can come back to it if you have questions specifically on it. But again, I'll say that this is sort of a generalization of the different paths. And so each organization might kind of vary exactly how their timeline looks with regards to some of these requirements and licensing. But I thought this could be a good visual for most with regards to kind of what those insurance and all of these programs, all these courses are offered by us, through us with our online courses. So just to kind of continue down or to continue to talk about the licensing process, what are the different products that you would sell? So with state insurance or with insurance licensing, obviously life and health insurance, the property and casualty, disability, insurance organizations kind of might vary a little bit in what the products are that you are offering and that you're working with. And then again, on the FINRA securities licensing side, to be able to sell mutual funds, annuities, different retirement plans, having that Series 6, 63 opens that door for you to sell some of the initial or the additional products on that side with those services. So I was talking a little bit about the new SIE requirement. So in all of FINRA in general, is sort of oversaw by FINRA. And so FINRA, it stands for the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. And so really what they do is they oversee and they manage the licenses of anybody who is buying, selling, trading securities products. And so by being licensed and going through our education courses and passing FINRA tests, it's their way of ensuring that everybody who is doing this is tested and qualified, and they are able to provide a good service to the clients that they're representing. So, similar to how doctors have to have licenses and attorneys have to have licenses. Well, in order to do and sell some of these programs and products, you have to have licenses as well. And so on the security side, FINRA is the regulatory authority that oversees all of the people who are licensed and working for those firms. As I talked a little bit about before, so what are the different orgs and where would you go with your Series 6 or your Series 7? Those being typically the initial FINRA licenses that people would go after when they enter one of these career paths. And again, the SIE course, Securities Industries Essentials program, was launched in 2018. So it was meant to be an introductory level program to get more students or more people interested in coming into the industry. So it used to be where you had to take a full-blown Series 6 or a full-blown Series 7 to start your career. And they wanted to make it a little bit more, I don't want to say easier, but a little bit more digestible to start the program and go through an SIE course to kind of get the basics, the nuts and the bolts of what you need to go on to take your Series 6 rep level or your Series 7 rep level. And some people call it the top off, where you can complete your Series 6 and 7 to become licensed in order to do or to be licensed in order to buy, sell, and trade and be licensed with that firm. And so the SIE, they created it to try to draw more people into the industry. And instead of having to be sponsored by a firm, they made it available to anybody who is 18 years of age or older. So you don't have to be with a firm. You can start this program and you can do it at any point in time. And really their goal was to draw more individuals into the industry. If you can see some of the numbers here on the right, you can see that of the 640,000 licensed reps in the country, almost half of them are over the age of 50. So that means that there's going to be a lot of people retiring out of the industry in the next 5, 10, 15 years. And so in order to draw more people into the industry, one of the reasons they came up with the SIU was to try to draw more interest, not only from students, but from career changers in going into the program. And so one of the reasons behind it was to show those prospective employers that you've mastered the basics of what it means to be successful and be licensed, and that you can really streamline and speed up the process of you getting licensed and selling the products and services that they're interested in as well. And so with the SIE, there's 4 basic components. You need to learn the nuts and bolts basically of the capital markets, the products you'd be selling and their risks, how you'd interact with customers, some of the prohibitive activities that come along with working with those customers, and just overall the general framework of FINRA and the SEC. There's 11 chapters to the SIE. I won't go into too much depth into the topics and outline, but some of them might be similar to some of the coursework that you may be doing if you're a finance major. Some of them do align with maybe some of your current courses already. As far as our courses and programs for both life and health and the SIE, we offer live online training courses. And so you can interact with instructors, you can ask questions. They're typically 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Where you can join and attend those classes with those instructors. We have a schedule for all of our insurance and our securities products. If you go to our website, ExamFX.com, you can see kind of what the training schedules look like. We do also offer on-demand videos within our training program. So if you ever have specific questions on topics, you can go to our on-demand video library and you can dive in and learn more about those topics. And then all of our programs come with online learning portals where you can read and study and complete your chapters and chapter quizzes. We have, again, the on-demand videos, online flashcards, and then what we call our diagnostic tests. So once you've completed all the chapter work, we put you through a series of question banks or diagnostic tests to help you kind of dial in your strengths and weaknesses as you get ready to take that either state exam on the insurance side or the FINRA exam on the security side. So again, we offer these program and study options from live online to our video study package to self-study, which is basically the nuts and bolts. It's just the basics, I should say, the bare bones. There's no on-demand videos or live online classes with the self-study option. But then we do offer those on all the insurance and the securities programs as well. So again, once you've completed all of the courses, or you get hired on and they recommend path for you to complete, you can utilize our courses in either asset or either function, I would say. So if you're considering careers in one of these areas or another, feel free to reach out to us to ask specific questions or talk to whoever you would be interviewing with, or provide that information within your resume as you're getting started. So with that, I will transition to an organization that does a great job with hiring and recruiting, and I will open it up or turn it over to you, Kyle. Kyle with Colonial Life, I'll let you introduce yourself and kind of take it from here.
Awesome. Thanks, Laramie. I appreciate it. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to my partners here. So Laramie from ExamFX, great partnership, and the partnership with Delta Sigma Pi. Guys, I graduated University of South Carolina in 2013. During my time there, I was a member of the Beta Gamma chapter of DSP, Beta Gamma number 1983. Currently, I serve as the district director for that chapter. Delta Sigma Pi, something that's very near and dear to my heart. And when I saw that this series was going on, I had to connect with my partners at ExamFX and with DSP Central Office to see if we could co-facilitate this, because I'm telling you, I know the talent that comes through Delta Sigma Pi. And my goodness, if you're sitting here and you're interested in this career field, I'd like to share a little bit about our company with you, and it might help you make some decisions about where you want to end up. If you've never heard about Colonial Life, a little bit about us. We've been in the business 80 years. Our parent company, Unum Group, has been in existence for 160 years. Throughout that 80 years, we've experienced tremendous growth. You can kind of read some of the bullets there. We did over $500 million in sales last year, and we are a Fortune 500 company. Between us and our parent company, Unum Group, we rank number 266. Now, I've been with this company for 7.5 years, and I actually started on the Unum US side of the business. I moved over to Colonial Life about 4 years ago. What I love about Colonial Life is the way that we go to market is through independent agents, right? Agency owners. If anybody on this call, if you've got the entrepreneurial mindset, you want to own your business someday, if you want to build your legacy, build a team, I highly encourage you to consider Colonial Life. Our company has an entrepreneurial spirit. and there is no franchise fee, no cost for brick and mortar, right? All that's required is that you come in with an insurance license. So what Laramie talked about, we do require the life, health, and accident license, and we partner with ExamFX to get that done. Now, there's a fee for that license with the state. Okay, that's handled between you and the state. With Colonial, we actually cover the cost of the ExamFX course. Let me say that again. Colonial Life covers the cost of the ExamFX course. And once you go through the course, why do we do that? We do that because we want to see you successful and we want to see you pass the course on the first time. ExamFX does a great job of that. Once you get licensed, you come on board with Colonial. Like I said, no franchise fee, no brick and mortar costs right off the bat. If you're looking to build a business, I'm encouraging you to look at Colonial Life. So what do we do? Well, we're a solutions provider for who? For employers, for businesses. We're a business-to-business company. There's no kitchen table sales of life insurance policies to your aunt, uncle, your friends. We're a business-to-business company. We provide employee benefits. Not only that, we provide the benefits communication and the enrollment solutions. If you think about the world of employee benefits today, it's so complex, right? From major medical all the way over through the ancillary products, employees are wondering, which benefits do I need to enroll in? Which ones are important to me? I don't understand. I'm on a high deductible plan. Okay, what does that mean for me? We have the nation's largest enrollment firm who can help talk employees who are enrolling in our benefits through that process. That's the enrollment solutions piece. And then finally, and we put this on the end for a reason, we are an insurance company. So if you want to flip to the next slide, Laramie, this is our suite of products. This is our portfolio. One thing I'll point out here, we are not in the major medical business. Health insurance is not on this list. Health insurance pays the hospital. Health insurance pays the hospital and the doctor. Our products pay the policyholder. We put money directly in the pocket of our policyholders and those who enroll with us. So it's a fantastic benefit. Doesn't matter what you have for major medical, we can help fill a gap and put money in employees' pockets. We like to think of it as we're protecting the employee's paycheck, right? We protect everything else, our car, our house, heck, even our cell phone. How many of you have cell phone insurance? But how often do we think about protecting our paycheck in the event that we suffer a disability, in the event that we go to the hospital and we can't come into work, right? In the event that we get cancer and we're out of work indefinitely, our products put money back in our policyholders' pockets. So if you want to go to the next slide. Fantastic. So what does it take to get started with Colonial Life? Well, first thing I'll point out is we do work normal business hours, Monday through Friday. So again, you're in business for yourself. You often think about, boy, if I'm an entrepreneur, I'm probably working, 80 hours a week. I'm working weekends, building my business. We do business when our clients do business, right? That's during normal business hours. And we've got it built out where we've got training days, we've got prospecting days, we've got field work, and we've got trainers that partner with you in the field. If you have zero experience in this industry, that's okay. We will show you how to prospect for new business and how to open up accounts. So go ahead and click through a few more if you could. Fantastic. I've already mentioned you're an entrepreneur. You own your business. You own the growth. So at that agency sales rep level, that's what we call, that's kind of our starting baseline when you come into the organization. From there, plenty of growth opportunities. You work your way up to assistant sales manager, agency development manager, district general agent. DGAs, we call them. Think of those as those are your agency owners. So like I said, if you rise, and I know the caliber here, you become an agency development manager or a district general agent very, very quickly. You start expanding your team of sales reps, building your book of business. You're running the training for those reps. It's an incredible business that our DGAs can build with Colonial Life, and we help get you there. We like to say, you might be in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself, right? We help get you there. So go ahead to the next slide. Perfect. A little bit about what it means to be an entrepreneur. So your performance does dictate what your paycheck looks like. Okay. Your commission is based on a percentage of sales that you make. However, what I will say is some people look at it and go, ooh, commissions. We pay out in three ways: commissions, bonuses, and residual income. Think about residual income. You make a sale, if that policy stays on the books, you keep getting paid on it. Think about real estate agents. They sell a house, they get paid their commission up front, never get paid on that house again, right? Unless they sell it again. But imagine if the person was still living there 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. Same thing with our insurance agents, right? It's a recurring source of income. So we list out here commissions, bonuses, residual. And I just got to throw this in here. Our incentive trips are incredible. This year we're doing, for our top performers this year, they're going on a cruise through Greece and the Mediterranean for 1 week. That'll happen next year. This past year's incentive was a trip to Hawaii. Before that, we went to Australia. I mean, these are top-notch, 5-star incentive trips. And like I said, I know the caliber of people on this call. You guys will be qualifying for these trips very, very quickly. So listen, that's about all I've got. I'd encourage you to look at us for a number of reasons. Number one, if you've got that entrepreneurial mindset, if you want significant upside on your compensation, if you want that work-life balance, guys. I mean, I talked about a lot of times being an entrepreneur calls for burning the candle at both ends. With us, you've got the opportunity for work-life balance and obviously opportunities to grow and advance throughout your career. So again, just want to say a big thank you for joining. My contact information is up here on the screen. Feel free, guys, that's my cell phone. I'm serious. Text me, call me. I do represent the Southwest region for sales. I actually report directly to Regional VP. I serve as his strategic partner for growth in the Southwest US. However, that said, I also work very, very closely with my colleagues throughout the rest of the country. So no matter where you're located, I'm happy to connect you to the right place. If this is even something at all you're interested in, if there's even an inkling in your mind, I would love to just spend another 20, 30 minutes talking about it with you, about the opportunity to see if it's right for you. So again, want to say thanks again. Thanks to Laramie. Thanks to Delta Sigma Pi. And I think at this time, Laramie, unless you've got anything, I think we wanted to open up for questions.
Yeah, no, we can open it up. And if you guys want to unmute yourself, I think you can just go ahead and unmute yourself and we can kind of go around the horn. Or if you aren't comfortable with that, you could probably just chat your questions in and we can see them. The other thing I was going to say is we do have discounted rates set up for Delta Sigma on our courses. So SIE and insurance, life and health. And it's pretty easy. If you have any questions on how to enroll, we have a discount code created. It's simply Delta Sigma Pi at ExamFX.com. You can go to register through our main ExamFX.com website, put that in, and discounted rates will apply to the programs if you're interested in getting started. Hey, I mean, you know, your J-term, your January Christmas break is coming up, and I'm sure there's nothing more that you guys would want to do than study for your life and health or your SIE course, right? I mean, come on. You'll almost be ready to sell by 2021 when things start looking brighter and the future's looking brighter.
I'm telling you, that's one way to jumpstart your career, guys. If you've got on your resume that you've already done some of these courses and have either taken your exam or have it scheduled, I mean, that's a phenomenal thing to see on a resume, I got to tell you.
Yeah, and you know, it's just the knowledge you learn through it too. I'm sure, you know, Kyle can kind of speak to it as well, but just going through the courses and what you'll learn from it to prepare yourself for those careers, it's going to give you a step in the right direction, makes that resume stick out amongst the all of your other competitors and people graduating in the spring. So yeah, I mean, I'm half joking, but somewhat serious. You know, if you have time, and especially now with kind of the lockdown, no better time to spend some time studying and preparing yourself for your new career. So feel free to hit me up if you have any questions on how to get enrolled in those and get them started. Let me see if we've got any questions coming in. Anybody have any questions at all?
And guys, if you do have a question, I'd love to hear a little bit about maybe where you're from.
Don't make me start calling on people like
That's right.
like a classroom setting. Spencer or Oliver?
Yeah. So yeah, hi, I'm Oliver. I'm from Buffalo. Go to Buffalo. I was just wondering, so like you were saying that your company covers the cost of the courses here. So like, what if we like applied for a position and we had already like had those completed? Like, would we be able to get like reimbursed for the course or something like that?
Unfortunately, with us, what we do is it's a similar discount code like you see here.
Oh,
right?
oh, it's like the same discount. Okay.
That's right. So you accept the position with us, we send you the discount code, is how it works with us. Unfortunately, no reimbursement, but I like the train of thought.
So yeah, I mean, I guess just in general, there's two ways you can kind of look at it. If you get hired or you're going into an organization like Colonial Life, they would potentially or hopefully reimburse or pay for the costs for you. But if you know for sure it's something you want to do, as Kyle had mentioned, you know, the cost of these courses are, we give a discount to Delta Sigma. I mean, you're looking at under $100 that you could do both this SIE, you could do the SIE and the life and health each. So it's not I mean, you do have some skin in the game, obviously, but if you are looking to boost that resume, it's something I would encourage for the small cost that it would take to get you going.
Oh, just another quick question. Like, is this are these like licenses only valid in the US, or are they like valid like internationally?
So all the insurance stuff is state specific.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
Yeah. Do you have plans to leave the country, Oliver?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, like study abroad's like just opened up like yesterday. You know, since the coronavirus started. So
Yeah.
Sure. Well, if you're looking to work full time in one of those other countries, you might want to look into what that licensing might look like there. But yeah, as far as, you know, state insurance licensing, that's what we handle. And the FINRA license is a national license. So no matter where it would apply to all of the states. That makes sense.
Yep.
Good questions though. Anybody else out there?
Yeah, and one thing, even if I know you didn't ask this question, but some of you may be thinking, well, I'm not sure where I'm going to end up after graduation. What's also possible, again, speaking from a life and health standpoint, you can get licensed in your current state, and then either transfer your license or get a dual license in the state that you go to. And oftentimes it's not the full fee, right? There's a smaller fee associated with that. So if you're interested in getting licensed right away, not an issue if you end up moving later.
And the other thing I'll point out with the SIE program, if you know you want to go more financial services, if you complete and pass the SIE, you do have 4 years to complete the top off, the rep level Series 6 or Series 7. So if you know that that is a part of your goal and part of what the requirement would be to work at the firm that you're going into, you could still complete it now, and you basically have 4 years to hire and onboard and complete your rep level program. All right, well, if there aren't any other questions out there, it means Kyle and I did a wonderful job of explaining the entire financial services career paths and potential licensing needs that correspond with those. If there are other questions and you just don't want to speak up, I get that. My email is laramie.mcclurg@examfx.com. You can see it right there. My direct line is 913-225-5883. Kyle's information, kritter@coloniallife.com. There's his cell number as well. Feel free to reach out to either of us if you have questions with regards to any of this information. Happy to provide this slide deck or any further information that you might be looking for. And if there aren't any other questions, I guess we'll just go ahead and wrap it up. We're pretty much right at the half-hour mark. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and appreciate your guys' time. Good luck with your studies. Hopefully you are wrapping up your fall semesters and your finals are completed and you're ready for your Christmas break. If not, good luck with your finals, and stay safe and healthy out there.